There used to be a time when you could drive down there and have a look down there, but now they've made it, because loads of people kept going down there and fly tipping, so now they've made it so you can't drive down there anymore. You can only walk down there. It's a nice little walk down there though, it goes right down to the Thames and everything. It's good down there. Could abandon the factory down there as well actually. Might have to go back in there again one day. I remember when we come the other day was at that fly tipping. Well, I've come down here now. Looks like they're having a bit of a clean up. And they're putting a fence along it, look. They're cleaning up a lot of this side. And they've started already to put a fence along this side over here. Look at all that. Looks all nice, doesn't it? Two people in that car back there. If you will notice in the distance there's a car. So I went down there to turn around and they're staring at me. Staring at me. Staring at me. So I turned around very slowly and very slowly drove past them. They were just staring at me. And I'm thinking, right, there's one of two things. They're either two gays down there on their own, or is they're waiting for that Travis Perkins stripe. One or the other. Thing is, a bit early for them to be waiting for the Travis Perkins stripe, and that probably it's a Sunday today, and it's 5:25 in the morning. So they're probably, you know, the Travis Perkins, that won't open until about 10 o'clock. So I wouldn't have thought they're sitting there waiting for that. Can't get away from these gays, man, they're everywhere. I don't know what they used to be. An old factory or something over there is what it used to be. Not anymore though. Might get into something else now. It's all getting a bit overgrown here. Speaking of overgrown, as I'm driving around, I'm looking in people's front gardens and all that, and I'm noticing, you know, that there's so many people with nice, really nice sized front gardens, and probably the same for the back gardens, but they don't cut them. The grass is like as high as this with weeds and everything in it, and I'm thinking to myself, whoa man, I'd love to be cutting that, you know? I'd love to have a garden with that much grass in it that I can cut it. I'll be fertilising that, I'll be watering that, just so it grows up as much as possible. Hello, what we got here in the distance, look. We've got a little bit, Whoa, what we got here? What we got? It looks like we got little kids thing. Let's go and have a look. Got the toolbox, paddling pool, little kids Jeep thing. Looks like just a load of rubbish in there. That's just a load of rubbish as well. That's not any good. A chair, a few tables, chairs and tables and things. Old paddling pool thing. I turned the car off. Just went and turned the car off because it's probably a little bit noisy while I'm trying to talk. Got a few bits in there, kids' toilets, kids' tables and things. It's still got the motor and everything in it. That's probably no good though, man. There'll be a reason why it's chucked out. Because it'll be no good. Like a, what is that? That's a Mercedes thing, that is. Look at that. This is just a load of rubbish in it. It should be a rubbish shoe. An old shoe in there. Yeah. Oh, that's any good. That's the reason why it's all dumped here. Someone's dumped a snail, look. Why would you dump a snail, eh? Barbecue stuff, chair, carpet. Yeah. Oh, that's any good. Nothing much down there. Oh well, lid of a toolbox. Let's go see what else we can find then, shall we? We've still got the rest of this lane to go down. And then there's another little place. I did find a caravan earlier, but it was quite busy down there, so I didn't really have a look inside it yet. Go back later, I suppose. You never know what you're going to find. So we'll carry on. on down this little lane. We've been down it before, so you probably all recognise it and see it, but this is, you know, like I say, you know, little lanes like this around here is where people end up chucking stuff, and sometimes you can find good stuff. The other day I see some massive speakers, like ones that you get in like a nightclub. Some massive speakers, and I was going to go back and pick them up. They weren't actually dumped as such, they were out front of someone's house, but by the time I'd gone back, someone had already got them. I found a few things. There was a lawnmower the other day, actually. It was a fly mower. It was electric, you know, it weren't really my cup of tea electric, but that was that the other day, and I went back to get that and it had gone. That was actually dumped. That was actually a dumped fly mower. It was at the side of the road, and I thought, oh, I have to come back. I'll come back in the van and pick that up. There's no space in the boot or nothing here. But then when I come back, it was gone. Electric's not really. I'd rather it be a petrol mower. Electric's not really what I'm into, as such, to be honest. We've got down here then just a box, bit of carpet, box. That's no rubbish. That's got, I mean, a bit of pipe. That's got absolutely nothing in there. That's all been cleaned up. It's all been cleaned up since. Nah, nothing down here. Trouble that we've got is now the time's getting on, you know, people are going to be starting to come in out, and they're going to be seeing all this stuff may be dumped in places, and they're going to be either clearing it up or reporting it for people to come and clear up. What you've got to do is you've got to look around regularly. You know, sometimes on my way home from work, I'll go different ways home from work to try and find a load of Liebherr equipment there, to try and find, you know, to try and see what I can find, because you've got to try and get it as it's freshly, you know, dumped there, sort of thing. Otherwise, either other people get it or it gets cleared up. So if you're looking for something in particular, you need to get there early. So there's some fresh stuff there, but that's not good. Like I said, that was just a bag of rubbish. Looks like there's been a crash in it. Oh. Someone's gone and... That's a bit far, isn't it? Let's go back and have a look at that. Hold on a minute. Let's go back here and have a look at that. Someone's actually driven... Oh, there's a fly mower handle there. Looks like there was some fly tipping down there. Someone's driven off the edge and dumped it. Dumped all that down there, like over the ditch. There's a fly mower handle down there. Look at that fly mower handle. The rest of it's there. I'm not going to go. There's a car windscreen. Oh, there might have been an accident then if it was a car windscreen. Could have been an accident. But someone's definitely dumped all that there over that ditch. Yeah. There's an old caravan over there. And there's an old caravan over there in that hedge. Yeah, not a lot going on really here. So as the summer's coming in, it must bring a spate of generous people, because I've had 3 people in the space of about 4 days asking me if I've got an Amazon wish list, and I put them in the right direction. But just in case, you know, some of you don't know and you don't look in the description and you're feeling generous, I have got a wish list. And there's a link to it in the description to pretty much every one of my recent videos from 2015 onwards, I would say. So if you want to get me something from the wish list, the link is in that description. I've just received a couple of days ago one thing from Mark Fontaine, who sent me a pillow. I had a pillow on there, like a YouTube pillow that I quite like the fancy of, so I put that on the wish list, and he very kindly bought it for me, and it arrived the other day, so thank you very much there, old Mark dude. And yeah, just thought I'd make that aware. Also had somebody ask if I have a PO box. I did have a PO box, but because nobody was sending anything to it and it was costing quite a lot of money to keep it open for no reason, I closed it. If I get a lot of interest in a PO box again, I may open another PO box. It's just because, you know, some people kept saying, hey, open up a PO box, you'll get some fan mail. Open up a PO box, didn't get any fan mail, didn't get nothing in it. So I closed it again, because when it come back round for the renewal to pay it again, I was just like, it's not worth it. So I closed that. If you wanting to give me another kind of gift, but there's nothing on the Amazon wish list that you fancy giving me, you can always donate to my PayPal account, and that will go straight into any money that's donated to me will go into making the videos. I'm currently saving up for a nice big piece of land so that I can just drive cars around, bikes and things, and just make some good videos in there, you know. I'll save up and buy all kinds of plant and mini diggers and things, and make tracks and ride around and invite people over and all that. That's in the future, but you can always do that if you want to. Also, don't forget, if we reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, 2018, I'm going to give away some kind of camcorder. So if we reach 20,000, what was it if I was going to... Oh yeah, a bike of some kind. Don't know what that will be yet, but I don't think we'll get 20,000, so I ain't got to worry about that. But if we get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, 2018, then, you know, I will be giving away some kind of camcorder. It'll be a new one. It'll be a brand new one. The only the rough sort of qualifications, I suppose they are, of being able to enter is you've got to be subscribed for a couple of months, and you've got to be quite active on the comments, you know, because everyone that's active, I'm writing down in a little list, everyone who I see every now and again, just being active and, you know, just commenting. You know, if you comment a load of rubbish just to get in, you know, just for commenting, then that won't be involved, you know. But if you're a genuine, what's the word? I don't like the word fan, but if you are a fan of this channel, then you'll be in for a running on it. Don't worry about that. So I'm in here in this van now. Gonna disconnect the old battery there, because what happens is every now and again, the diesel gauge on these are digital. You get little digital bars come across. It's not like a manual actual gauge, it's just a digital one. And it's about every sort of 6, 7, 8 months I'll lose a bar and the gauge will go wrong. And it will say I've got less diesel than I've got. So even if I've literally brimmed the tank, it'll only say I've got 3/4 of a tank. So usually to fix it, all I have to do is disconnect the battery for a couple of minutes, and then we're alright. It usually fixes itself. I can't open the door fully because I've got a car in the way, so I've got to try and... There we go, that's that. Move that across there like that. Like that, yeah. That's it, like that. Get that one. Get them to line up there like that. That's it, there we go. Yep. Lovely jubbly. This battery, what's in here is the wrong one. It's too small. This battery I took off the Focus and put it in here because the battery that was on this, it went, it was bad, and I went to go and look for a new battery, and they were like 145 quid. So I was like, forget that. A battery for the Focus was 75 quid, so I bought a new battery, put that on the Focus, and took the old battery of the Focus and put it on here. It's too small amperage and everything, but it's lasted a year, so it's done me alright so far. But let's disconnect it and see what happens. For that, I'm going to leave it disconnected for about 10 minutes. Let's try and sort out some of this mess. Look what I've got here. I don't even know what I've got. I've got helmets, I've got oil cans, I've got bottles of water, I've got a heater, I've got all kinds of stuff. I don't even know why I've got half of it in here. I had the oil cans in here because I took them off to go and empty them. Got ratchet straps, so I'm just going to have a bit of a tidy up and just use the time wisely, I suppose.
Your skill is extraordinary.
Holy bloody Jesus, I tell you what, this tripod's doing my head in. Fell over so many times. I'm lucky that camera still works. If it is still working. I'm assuming it's still working. I'm hoping it's still working. It says it's recording and everything looks alright. It's a bit damaged now on the outside, but there you go. Yeah. So hopefully, do this back up, and my diesel gauge will be working again properly. I should have a full tank. I brimmed it up on Friday on my way home. Today being Sunday, and I haven't been out anywhere, so I should have a full tank. There we go. Let's see what we've got. We'll lose our mileage. There we go. Full tank again. Look at that. That's what it should be. But those two bars at the end, those two, before I took the battery off, they were gone. But I know I had a full tank because I brimmed it right to the top. I wouldn't put any more in it, so I knew I had a full tank. Now they're back. Simple as that. Only trouble is, every time you do that, you lose all your settings and things and bits and bobs. These old runners are getting a little bit dry. I don't want to wear the little wheels out, so I'm going to put some of this copper slip on that other runner. And in this one, down here. Because I don't want to wear them out, because when they wear out, they go loose. And, well, the door just flops around then. So if I grease them up, they'll be alright. Plenty of grease on that lower one. A little bit up in that one, not so much, because there's not really any weight on them ones. But on this one I put plenty. And I wipe the excess off with a rag. But I didn't want to put too much on, because if you rub up against it, you're going to get it all on your clothes and everything. But I put enough on so that it can slide up and down there nicely. Little things like that you can do. And I find keeps things running smoothly. Nothing worse than things don't run smoothly anyway.